Hey everyone, welcome back. So I made the long trip from County Crossing down to Diamond City to kind of fill in Nick. I mean, the trip down here was not without incident. It was just pretty boring. Did pick up some new stuff, which is always fun. New equipment, and I don't think really anything that replaces any of my old equipment, to be perfectly honest. And I did find another very good piece of power armor.
These people have to live in fear.
This one here is different kind of shape and size than the others, but it's had a lot of wear and tear. The thing that I've noticed is I am unable to repair any of this power armor with my loadout, like the way my loadout is. So it makes these power armors kind of limited in use, like even more limited in use than they were before. Even though I have, you know, I don't have any junk to store. I think I might be carrying the legs for this as well, like my inventory, so. No, I'm not. Okay. Very odd. I guess I can always store a few bullets here. Alright. Good. And nothing I really feel like selling.
Why buy just an ordinary piece of wood?
Let's go check in with Nick and fill him in about what we've learned.
Nikki, I'm just asking for your opinion. It'd be a great quote.
He's my client, Piper. Why don't you learn not to snoop on a man's private affairs?
Well, speak of the devil.
You're back. And not with your son. What happened?
Where do you want me to start? The part where Kellogg turned out to be working for the Institute? Or the part where he told me they have Sean?
The Institute? Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, friend. Truly. That makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
I need to find a way.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah. Figures the Institute's only man on the outside wouldn't be the type to be taken alive.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
So, what now?
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm gonna introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
I prefer to
I
keep
already have
dance.
someone with me. I'll meet you there, Nick.
All right, see you at the den. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a
I
few more steps.
don't particularly
You two
care
are
for
out. I'm
Piper.
gonna do some more research. I'll be at the public if you need me.
And I notice I'm thirsty. Anybody have any? All right. Let's see. I don't think I have any water, and that's part of the problem here. No. There's gotta be some water out here. That's alright. Here we go. So, I guess we're going up to Good Neighbor. I think that's where we're headed. Which is kind of weird because I just came through there. I should have.
I don't know why we let Valentine live in the city. Saves one or two people, and everyone forgets.
Don't be caught dead! Protection from Commonwealth weaponry! The Super Salon can give you the hairstyle of your
Who's
dreams.
really in control of Diamond City? Read the public.
Never.
Let me just double check that that's actually where I'm headed. Yeah, I am. Back to Good Neighbor. Ah.
Thought a reporter could consider themselves a success.
I want to check his inventory.
I'm very
Hey,
Where do you want me? Feel like trading some equipment?
Yeah, I don't think he has anything that I actually need. I wouldn't mind carrying my own sniper rifle, but really close to being overweight already. What am I carrying that's totally unnecessary? It's all this aid. I'm carrying all this aid that I absolutely don't really need. But oh well. I'll have to make do with this combat rifle.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
So, I might take a different path up to Good Neighbor than I've taken before. Because I literally just ran through there to get down to Diamond City, so... I did clear out some places, so it might be a faster route just to run through there, but... I have a couple little things just to check off some quests. And we'll check it on the map. If it makes any sense at all. So I was thinking about coming up to the police station and then over to Good Neighbor, but that's way out of my way. I thought maybe the police station would be like here, you know, like in relation to this, but it's like totally opposite direction. Alright, we'll do that another time then. I guess we'll just run over. No real point in not.
What?
Shit, there's somebody here.
Adam, is that you?
Oh, radiation attack, bastard. Really hammered me with rads. That's the first radiation attack I've experienced, so that was fun. And in my rush, I'm gonna pick up this gamma gun. Some gamma rounds. Why not? I think that's a fun gun to have. I didn't go to sleep while I was there. So, long gamma gun. Oh, let's take a look. Let's take a look at these guns. Uh, 341 rads. Range 305, that's pretty good. And then just the regular one is like a pistol. Well, only weighs 3 pounds. This one weighs 4.5. I have to say I'm more impressed with this. It's still a pistol, right? And now I'm overweight. Wasn't actually thinking about carrying this gun. I think they're kind of silly. But I'm gonna give it to Dance if he can carry it.
Be glad to share the burden.
I really don't feel like going further into this building right now. Obviously, there's something down there, but I'd rather continue on our way and kind of like get this started. We're on our way to the memory den. That's where we're headed.
What the hell was that? This is gonna be some party.
This is a lot my fault. Because I'm just like racing through here. I had just been through here before and killed like a significant amount of people, so I just assumed that we weren't going to be overrun by all these raiders and stuff. But I guess there's a lot of randoms, like a lot of random guys just kind of like hanging about. Oh shit. Get out of here. Is the Brotherhood really just like popping in? Oh. What the hell? Did Dance throw out a grenade to call them here, or... I can't tell. Anyway, we're on our way. I think he has our grenades, so he might have tossed out a grenade to call them over here. Hmm?
The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
Yeah, there's somebody here. God damn it, I keep running into people. Whatever. I find it hard to believe all these areas are repopulated already, but we've arrived. Arrived at the Good Neighbor. And what I'd really like to do before we get this all started is get some sleep, have some food and some water, and then you know, worry about the stuff after. Just because I should have slept in Diamond City.
Your room is upstairs, top floor, the last one on the right down the long hallway.
So I was here so recently that the room I paid for is still technically mine. Yeah, I could still sleep in the bed. That's crazy. Alright, let's find some water and have a snack. You guys don't have a
I
fountain?
am so happy to see you again. I got all kinds of candy if you're interested.
I'll take a look, sure.
I got this one chem here that... Oh, man.
Yeah, we'll buy some of that. Do you have anything else of any interest? No. And... I'll just kind of clear some of this stuff out. Fine. Purified water.
Well, well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt. Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Alright, I don't know if I should switch from Dance to Nick.
Hey, all right.
He's got so much of my stuff. Well, we'll see.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari, but you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here
you go.
what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
A lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the
Carrying too much
Institute
gear
has
is
one
tactically
last
dangerous,
fail-safe.
soldier.
There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Well, they're yammering away with that. I have some good rat away. Still peckish.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
All right.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
This is like a lot of hocus pocus. Ooh, comic books.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way.
Remember, you
and she
are
protected me
experiencing
from
these
Dad.
memories as Kellogg. This may prove
That cost her
disorienting
more than a
at
few
first.
beatings. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
No. Him
appears
sitting
to
around
be
reading comic
another
books is
intact
not
memory
relevant to what
close to
we're
you in
talking about at
temporal
all.
sequence. There.
You know,
Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Yeah, I don't particularly care about Kellogg, and I don't give a shit what his backstory is. So this is all pointless to me. This is moot.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
So one time Kellogg walked down a hallway. Fascinating. Fascinating stuff. They don't care.
Mind if we sit down?
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. I don't remember much from that time.
Great.
It all kind of blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. Suit yourself.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again.
Good idea.
First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But I heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. So, you're with the Institute.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis. Suspended.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge.
But I had my hair dyed and other things.
But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never like to.
I found another intact memory.
I guess it did remind me of her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but still.
Is that your son? This appears to be
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Uh-huh.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
I said nothing. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
That's a pretty badass duster he's wearing too.
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, pull me out. I'm ready now. Oh.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Sweet. Alright, so, it's my opinion the glowing sea was the most memorable part of this game. I remember the first time I took on that mission and went to the glowing sea. I was totally blown away. I was like, this is awesome. So different. It was just, like, it was quite amazing. I was happy with the glowing sea part of this game, is what I'm saying. Do I have anything that would actually help me combat rads? Radaway does 40% more to remove radiation. There we go. What about chems? Increasing my chems so that when I'm taking the Radaway or the other radiation drugs, they last longer. Yeah, I think that's the only one. The medic one is like the only one that I think that's gonna have an effect on energy. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind this commando either because, oh well, no, because it's not even a thing. Almost never use automatic weapons. Rifleman, I'm not the right spot for it, so I think I'm gonna go with this medic. Or was it? Medic. And that's gonna hopefully help out with my radiation. 60% more. Yeah, I mean, we could just build that up. Try to protect us from radiation. Cool. Alright, well let's go talk to Nick upstairs, and I don't know if we're gonna... Oh, he already left. I thought he was just up here. Oh, there he is.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
I do like Nick better than Danse, but I think, I don't know. Come on, let me leave. It may be a while before I am ready to go to the glowing sea, though. And I might want to take power armor with me, and there's so many things I have to consider before going down there. That's where it is. Way the hell down there. And not even just there. I mean, this is just the edge of the glowing sea. Vault 95. So really, if I'm going to head down there, I should be taking... what's her name with me? The Irish girl. Because she's going to have to come to Vault 95 anyway. And I have no idea where I left her. Oberlin Station, I hope? Grey Garden? My lord, I have really literally no idea where she is. I hope she's not all the way back in Sanctuary. Damn it. I wonder... Yeah. So, where's... Kate? I mean, it just marks Vault 95 on the map. It doesn't even mark Kate on the map. So, I don't know if I can pick her up. Bring her back. Damn it. That sucks. Alright, well, I'm going to cut it off here anyway, and we'll have to make some decisions about where we go next and how that's going to work out. Thanks for watching. I hope you come back, and we'll see you again.